Page 16, Au Clair de la Lune. Well, starting with this lesson, they're introducing you to some more new notes here in both staves. And I trust that you know all the notes in the staves that we've covered so far. You got these notes in the right hand, and you got these notes and these notes, all these notes in the left hand. So we're covered all these so far. You know these in the music, I hope. Because now we're adding in the right hand, we're going up to here. We're going up to here. And they show them to you. I leave it to you to just memorize these notes as quickly as you can. Do the play it and say it drill until these notes are automatic to you. In the left hand, they're not really adding any notes. They have the B here. Or the D, excuse me. This is a B. I don't know which is which. This is okay. You have middle C, and then you have the D right in front of it, or above it. It's above it. Yeah. Okay. Where's my coffee? I don't know. Middle C's on the line. It's got a line going through it, and the D is just sitting on the line. It's a D. I mean, we've had it in the treble clef. It's underneath the bottom line in treble clef. But you can have these notes in either clef, and they overlap, obviously, because now we need to know. When you see that it's in Clair de la Lune, it's in the second measure. The first note, that half note, that's a D. You need to just know that's a D. And that's really what the next few songs are about. We're using these new notes. I mean, they tell you what G position and all that. I don't like the positions. I just, whatever the music tells me to do, I'm doing. Basically, they're saying, well, you're in G position. Well, we've been in C position here, and that's where it's your 5 fingers here, and the bottom note's a C. And you could be in any C position. It could be here, or here, or here, or wherever. And then the music tells us which C position to be in. Well, here we're in G position. Here, well, the bottom note's a G. Because that can have F position, E position, D position. And which G position you're in, the music tells you. I don't care for the positions. Just put your hands where the music tells you to put it and play the notes that your fingers are on. So let's look this Lune thing over and see what we got. It's 2 lines long, treble and bass clef. Now we got this sharp here. What is this about? Well, isn't that nice? Okay, they're introducing you to a thing in music known as a key signature. See, we've had time signatures. That's where the numbers are. Well, this is a key signature. You just gotta love it. So if you haven't been confused, stick around, I'll get there. The word key has multiple meanings in music. It depends on key. What key are we talking about now? Because each of these things on the piano are called keys. They're piano keys. I might call them keys or notes or whatever. This note or this key or whatever. Well, in music we have keys, signatures. And that's simply a system of harmony. A collection of sharps or flats that's associated to a harmony. It is getting into scales, which you haven't had yet. I wish they'd do scales for key signatures. So I want to talk about scales because it goes into this, and they haven't done it, so I'll skip scales. For now, let's just understand that before we've been here, and there hasn't been any sharps or flats in the key signature. It's been empty. We've been in the key of C major. All through the book so far, we've been in the key of C major. I didn't look at it, didn't talk about it, because you can't see the key signature in C major because there's nothing there. But it's all the white keys. C major is all the white keys on the piano. C to C, all the white keys. Okay. Now they introduce you to one sharp, and that is the key of G major. Just memorize it. One sharp in the key signature is G major. And it simply means that if you look where those sharps are on the staves, if a note were on those lines, where the sharps are, that's an F. So they're simply telling you here that all Fs in the piece, no matter where they are going to be played automatically as F sharps. This way they don't have to put the accidental in front of the note. It's just understood they're F sharps. So if I run into any F sharps at all, or Fs, I'm going to play F sharp. Well, that means as far as the notes go, instead of all white keys, I got an F sharp here. So these are the notes in the key of G major. G to G, and I have an F sharp, otherwise they're white keys. Makes more sense when we get to the scales. Just understand in the key of G major, it's going to sound, the harmony's a little different than the key of C major. Now, we don't have any Fs in this piece. It doesn't matter. As far as the music theory goes and the harmony and all that, the sharps still have to be in the key signature. And then we have 4/4 time. Okay, we've had all that. So, right hand first, let's check the notes and all that. We're here. And it's just quarter notes. 1, 2, 3. Get it? Okay. Now the last measure of that line, of each line, make sure you lift up on beat 4. Hold it down until beat 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come up on beat 4. Don't come up early. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's too soon. It's got to be a full 3 counts. Left hand, we're here, and it's just 1, 2. And again, at the end of the line, make sure you hold that down, full 3 counts. Put the hands together, and we're here. That's here. And you don't need these other finger numbers, just here. Here, here, and then here. 1, 2, 3, rest. Yeah. So I put the hands together, and then I go back through and make sure there's no hesitations anywhere. And then I think about the articulation or the expression. They don't give us anything. There's no curved lines, no nothing. So I'm going to suggest that we go ahead and connect it all. You have to lift up for the rest. Otherwise, connect both hands. Just connect it. It's all one phrase anyway. Now you could interpret this so that every 2 measures is a phrase. I can lift up between the measures. Lift up. That works. If you want to try that, try it. In the left hand, connect it. So, lift up here, but not here. Now you have to lift up for the rest, so that works. If you want to lift up every 2 measures, that's fine. There's nothing marked. If they don't mark it, it's entirely up to you how you want to interpret it. You'll play all the notes disconnected. There's nothing marked. It's up to you and your sense of music, your musicianship, your musicality, as to how you would interpret it. So I'm suggesting maybe every 2 measures is a phrase and lift up between them in the right hand. Then the dynamics. P is piano for soft, and that's the melody, which is the right hand. You'll have to decide what soft is. In this left hand, that's background. Keep it in the background. You decide. It's the only dynamic they give, but if you feel like getting a little louder and softer, go for it. Speed, moderato, again, somewhere in the middle, about where I've been doing, I think. There are words to this, although they don't have it in this copy, but there are words to this. If you pretend you're singing to it, how fast would you sing to it? It's somewhere in the middle. See, at the end of each of these phrases, I feel like getting a little softer. Here. Come down. Come down. Ba-da-da-da. I felt it that way, so I played it that way. And that's called shaping the phrase, where you tending a little louder and softer in places in the phrase. You shape the phrase. That's interpretation. You have to feel that. So you get past the mechanics, where things are sort of automatic to you, and you start feeling the music. Sometimes if it's memorized, it helps to close the eyes so you can hear it, you feel it better with the eyes closed. There's a lot of mental practice that goes on in piano playing, or music actually. And that's where you're practicing the piece in your head while you're doing other stuff. I do this a lot. You know, even I could be walking somewhere, just taking a stroll, and pieces are going through my head. I'm practicing the piece mentally. I'm experimenting with the expression, getting louder and softer in places in my head, away from the keyboard. Let's play this together slowly and check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not doing the dynamics. I play everything about the same. I'll give us 4 counts. This is just to make sure you're playing the same note I'm playing at the same time I'm playing it, so your notes are correct. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, rest.